you're in a job interview. This could be an interview question from top companies like Google, where they aren't as interested in what a candidate knows, but rather how they think and their solution process. The interviewer hands you a pencil, a piece of paper, and a knife, in case you need to sharpen the pencil, not threaten them for a job. The interviewer then asks you to draw 2 lines at the same time using just one pencil. Seems impossible, right? But there are actually several solutions. If, and more importantly, how you solve the puzzle will say a lot about your problem-solving skills and capacity for creative thinking. On top of that, you'll have a better chance of getting the job. So, do you have any ideas? Go ahead and pause the video and see how many methods you can think of. Now, you may be feeling the urge to break the pencil in the middle out of frustration, but also as a possible approach to the problem. However, that actually changes the parameters of the experiment. Why? Because that would technically be drawing 2 lines with 2 pencils. As we said, there are multiple solutions. As we go through them all, you might be surprised at just how ingenious some of them are. Method 1. What if you were to take the knife and sharpen the other end of the pencil, assuming there's no eraser on this one and mistakes are not allowed? By curling the pages of the paper up, you could easily write 2 lines at the same time. Method 2. Or maybe you could take the knife and grind the tip of the pencil down into a V shape, almost like a snake's tongue. When applied to the paper, this would create 2 lines instead of 1. Does this mean snakes can taste 2 different meals at once? Method 3. Another option is to use the knife and flatten the tip of the pencil so that it draws a thicker line. While this alone won't allow you to draw 2 lines, you could fold the paper and then draw along the edge. You'll get 2 different lines with 1 stroke of the pencil. Method 4. Another way to use the flat pencil tip is to draw a thick line and then split the paper and the line down the middle using the knife. Method 5. How about this creative solution? You could whittle the pencil tip until more of the lead is exposed. Then, you could fold the paper so that you're drawing along the creases while you're drawing your line on the flat section. This one does require a whittle more strategizing. Method 6. Using the same whittled tip from Method 5, you could relate 2 or more creases by folding the paper as many times as you'd like. You could then use the side of the pencil lead to make your lines instead of the tip. And now you're just showing off. Method 7. Another solution would be to make the pencil smudge like this, then fold the paper over the top of it. While folded, take your pencil and draw a line on the back. As you can see, this will produce both the line you drew and the other line on the other side, thanks to the ample amount of pencil lead in the smudge. You may notice there is a white line in the smudge. This inspires Method 8. Adapt Method 7 so that you don't actually need to draw a line on paper. Instead, use the other end of the pencil. Then, you'll have a black line on the back and a white line in the pencil smudge. All of these solutions demonstrate some pretty impressive creative thinking skills. However, what if you're willing to bend or even break the rules by just a little bit? After all, the job market is competitive and you have to stand out. For instance, what if you were to draw a line and then cut the page down the middle? You could also cut a strip of paper and roll it into a Möbius strip. You can then draw a line on it, release it, and watch as it has a line on both sides of the strip. The interviewer will be extra impressed that you know what a Möbius strip is. Another solution is to slice the paper into small strips, then draw a line across them. This allows you to create 2 dashed lines. After all, the instructions don't specify what type of lines need to be drawn. Therefore, they don't need to be solid. Now, technically, in these last 3 methods, the 2 lines are not drawn at the same time. But remember, the interviewer is not asking you to solve a real problem like cost cutting, but rather paper cutting. Instead, your task was to demonstrate that you're able to think outside of the box and solve problems creatively. So, While the first 8 methods we mentioned fit the criteria best, these are also worth mentioning. Can you come up with any more methods? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. We would love to hear from you. If you like this question, please share it with the people around you, especially children. See what creative answers they come up with. Happy thinking, everyone!